It's day 14, 45-day commitment to my birthday. And YouTube, David Clare. Facebook, David Clare. Instagram is Claire David. Finished vision workshop tonight. Was definitely some emotions going on. Transformation. Some open mind. When you are given the opportunity to give up your circumstances, situations, or conditions that have been stopping you in your mind, the world looks totally different. When you come from potentials, not limitations, there's nothing to stop you. Your confidence level goes higher than you've ever imagined. You get in tune with who you really are. Give up all those restrictions of the ego that's been created through life. And body just really becomes the house of where you're at. You lose the limitations and the controls of your senses. I talk about it in The Filtered Soul, first chapter. Well, not the first chapter, second chapter. Chapter about the body. People spend so much of their life controlled by their five senses. What they hear. They hear something on the news, or they hear gossip, or they hear whatever, and they believe that that's the way the world is. They believe that's the way the person is. They believe that's what the race is. They believe that's what the gender is. They believe nationality, ethnicity, whatever. They believe because it confirms something inside of them. They see something. The thing is, we will always see what we look for. So if you have a mindset that certain people are bad, or things always go bad for you, or you always have problems, which you're always going to have problems, no matter what level of success you're at. The wealthiest people have problems. The best athletes have problems. The most popular celebrities have problems. Everyone has problems. You're either going into a problem or you're going towards a problem. There's really not much time where you're not inside of a problem. And I would encourage you to get as many problems as possible, because that means you're growing. If you have the same problem over and over and over and over and over and over again, just tells me one thing. You haven't learned what's stopping you. So if you have the same problem repeatedly, really need to analyze that, because there's probably a breakthrough. There is a breakthrough on you creating a solution for that problem. So if you have health issues, look into why you have these health issues. Don't blame a fast food chain. Don't blame the farmers. Don't blame the government. Don't blame whoever you want to blame. Take accountability for your health conditions. But I would say all your problems start in your mind. Your health issues are just a result of your thinking. Same with your relationships. If your relationships are not at the level you want them to be at, you probably need to do a lot of forgiveness. The thing is, there's really only one person, and I've talked about this before, but I'll repeat it because it's extremely important if you want to be successful. There's only one person you'll ever need to forgive in your life. It's you. You're the only person you can forgive. You're the one that attracted the people in your life. You're the one that brought in the events in your life. You're the one whatever challenge, problem, whatever you want to call it, you're always there. Every time you have a problem, you're always there. Every time someone mistreats you, you're there. And then in your career, if you don't get paid what you think you're worth, you need to evaluate what it is that you're doing and the way that you're doing it. There's the idea, it's Earl Nightingale talked about it. Bob Proctor's a big person about this now. The law of compensation, which there's 3 parts to. The first is the need for what you do. The second, your ability to do it. Third, is the probability of you being replaced. You really can only control one of those. The need, unless you create a need for something that's unknown at the moment, you don't really have much control of that. Your competition is your competition. Your likelihood of being replaced, you have a little bit of control on that. But ultimately, you're the only one that has the ability to control how well you do what you do. You're the only one that can do it. Your competition or coworkers or whatever you want to call them doesn't impact who you are. If you want to be successful, if you want to just be the victim and blame your boss or your manager or coworkers or whatever, then you'll continue to have that life and you'll live inside of your familiarity zone and you won't be comfortable. And then the last is your freedom, your freedoms, your financial freedoms, your time freedoms, which is more important. Time's more important than money. It really is. And you can never get more time, as of right now. I guess if we can start reversing time. But until that technology exists, time is finite. At least on planet Earth. We don't know what happens. I don't know that it's been proven yet what happens when we leave the physical form. Speculation, different philosophies, religions, beliefs have different ideas of what happens. Some people think we're infinite and we just transform from body to different bodies. Some people think we go to an eternal life of love and happiness or brutal slave labor and Texas heat. There's all kinds of opinions on that. And until it's proven, I don't know. It's all speculation. I've studied a lot of spirituality. I've not heard of one person saying, and there's near-death experiences. There's people who have went to the other side and back. There's no consistency in it. So how do we know it's true? So anyway, back to the Vision Workshop. I'm going to be doing plans to do 10 in October. I've got 3, well, now 2 more booked. So if you know anywhere, you're in Houston, you know somewhere, you know a group, you know a venue, you know a person. It's a half hour, roughly about 40 minutes with the work, that will expand your mind to a place that you'll never be able to come back to in a good way. So if you're open to it, comment below. Go to my Facebook page, David Clare. Send me a message on there. And like my page too. You might as well. Like it. Send me a comment. I'll respond. I promise I respond. Every message. Even if you respond in a language I don't know, I'll figure out how to make it. I'll make it happen.